Thanks for staying tuned. It's still the conversation here on Lagos Television. We told you at the beginning of the program, it's a Christmas show celebration on the program today. And so we'll be taking a look at the significance of celebrating Christmas and, of course, what the Lagos State government is also doing and ensuring that at least the atmosphere and the state is conducive for everyone to celebrate. And I'm sure you do know that the celebration is an encompassing one. Christians celebrate it, but Muslims also help to celebrate. If you have a neighbor who's celebrating and of course is sharing food with you, that is the essence of, neighborliness and being together. Sometimes, some people say, don't bring your food because I will pour it away. And some will say, no, we'll eat it together. So, and that is the kind of love that, we want spread across Lagos. And we have a guest in the house today who will be helping us in this conversation and telling us what the Christmas Day celebration is all about. And of course, today and beyond, and what we should also be doing as citizens of Lagos at ensuring that the day is devoid of any problem. Today we have the special advisor, Christian to the Lagos State Governor, Very Reverend Bukola Adeleke. Thank you for being on the program this morning, sir. And Merry Christmas to you.
Same to you. Good morning, ma. Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Good morning, sir. Compliment of season.
So let's start this way. We know that, everybody actually knows what the Christmas Day celebration is all about. But let's just, again, for the emphasis, just to be emphatic about it, Christmas. What exactly does this day mean to the Christians generally?
Thank you very much. Christmas is a time of love. And the best ever gift anybody can give to humankind, God has given it to us.
Okay.
By sending his only begotten Son to this world. And the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ came with reconciliation. You remember in the Garden of Eden, when man, Adam and Eve, disobeyed the law of God, and God was not pleased with them. They were sent out of Garden of Eden. Since then, God has been looking for a way of reconciling men to him.
Okay.
After so many years, and the Bible made us to know that God has said he needs to talk to his people. He needs to bring that relationship back to him. He sent his only begotten Son to the world. And that begotten Son was born in a day like this, in a manger. And some of our people in Lagos State, they are in Holy Land of Israel now. Mm-hmm. They will be witnessing the Christmas. Okay. They will see they will see the beauty of Christmas over there.
But is Christmas also celebrated in the way we're celebrating it here there?
Yes, of course, but you will see some differences over there, because they will see the way they will celebrate it over there.
It's more traditional.
In a way.
Okay.
So,
all right. Beyond the interpretation that you have given to the celebration of Christmas, I want you to speak to the message of Mr. President today, and I'm quoting Mr. President now, telling us that we should be hopeful and, of course, united at Christmas. Looking at the situation of the country as we speak, do we have reasons to be hopeful?
Yes, we have so many reasons to be hopeful. Because one of the things that our being alive is another reason that there is hope for us. Even when there was a period they call dark period between the Old Testament and New Testament, God was not speaking to anybody. Within that period, there's a book we call Apocalyptic. So when they were trying to canonize the Bible, those part of the books were not part of the Bible. Apocrypha, we call it Apocrypha. Apocrypha. Now, The people thought there was no hope for them. And God said, there is hope. That was when Jesus came to the world. Like I said, that was reconciliation from men to God. And also came with love. And if you look at our president's agenda or theme, renew hope. When people thought there is no hope, God said there is hope. And I will use a story in the Bible, in Mark chapter 5. There's a particular woman that had the issue of blood for good 12 years. Even the woman thought there was no hope for her. But one day when Jesus was passing, the woman made up her mind that the only thing that could do is to touch the hem of his garment. And she made her way to where Jesus was. And I want to say to Nigerians that there is hope for us, like our governor said. There is hope.
Like the president.
President said. And the governor, according to the message of our governor in Marina after the service today, there is hope for Nigeria.
Okay. Even though, sorry, Joy, just to quickly follow up to what you said, the renewed hope and all of that, even though at the moment, the way the country is, a lot of Nigerians are not happy. A lot of Nigerians cannot spend this Christmas the way they really wanted to celebrate. This morning we talked about the high cost of food, and people not being able to, accommodate what they really wanted to celebrate for. But in all of that, would you say that indeed there's still reasons to be hopeful that the country will be a better place?
Of course, yeah. The country will be a better place, because one of the things we also need to do, we may not celebrate it the way we wanted or the way we used to celebrate it in the past, but it's for the meantime. Things will get back to normal and we will get to where we are heading to. The only thing we need to do is to be patient with the Mr. President. He knows what he's doing. And we so more believe in him. And also, instead of criticizing them, we can also encourage. Through our encouragement, they will do more.
Okay, but when you criticize, sometimes it's also to make government aware that things are not, going the way you want them to go. So should we criticize meaningfully or, not criticize at all?
No. We can constructively and politely. Okay. Not that we just say some people, they didn't say anything good in this government. Right. And they are doing their best. That is so. I believe
you can't satisfy everybody.
You can't satisfy everybody.
Okay. From what you said we need to be patient with Mr. President. So patience is a virtue that many Nigerians do not have anymore. But again, I want to go back to the Christmas story that you shared. And my question is, what are the lessons that can be learned from the Christmas story, and how relatable is it with our everyday life?
Good. We must love one another. When there is love, there will be progress. Like I said at the beginning of this program, I say, for God so loved the world. It's because of the love that he has for humankind. He sent his only begotten Son. And number 2, we must live in harmony. We allow peace in our community. I believe it's part of the lesson that we can learn from this celebration. And also we need to humble ourselves. We need to humble ourselves like Jesus did, despite the fact he was the king. He's the King of kings and Lord of lords. He was born in manger. He was born in manger. So he humbled himself. And even the Bible teaches us that despite the fact Jesus came from God, he came in human form. He's God. He still humbled himself to the cross.
Okay. Right. Again, like we've said, Jibola has quoted Mr. President. We've said Mr. Governor has also, given his message, and many governors have given their messages today. But the question here is, oftentimes we have our leaders, give message of hope during celebrations like this. Who is advising our leaders, or who is telling our leaders, the things to do? So what are some of the things our leaders can learn from, Christ and the season so that they also lead as Christ led?
Yeah. And that's why they have commissioners, advisors,
Okay.
and citizens. They do tell them what is happening in the community.
Okay.
And also, they themselves, they can see it with their naked eyes. They can hear the comment of the citizens. And through that, what needs to be amended, what needs to be done, they will do it. And they will take quick action to correct whatever need to be corrected.
Okay, we all know the economic situation of the country, and when we started this show earlier, myself and my colleagues did say that people should not go out of their way to celebrate Christmas. Just celebrate your Christmas with what you can afford. What would be your message to Christians who might not be able to afford slaughtering a chicken or buying a bag of rice to celebrate Christmas?
Yeah. It's not about what you kill. It's not about what you cook. It's about your heart, your love. Don't go beyond your boundary. Call your children, your family together. Whatever you can afford, provide it for them. Pray together. Play together. If you have 2 or 3 friends or families to visit, go and visit them. I also need to thank Mr. Governor. He has been providing conducive environment for our religious leaders in Lagos State, both Muslim and Christian. And he has been supporting them. Even this time around, he did as well. So we need to give it to him. So it makes life easier. You remember we are talking of this country about a few minutes ago. You remember this year, maybe middle of this year, where Mr. Governor opened Sunday market, that he allowed the Lagosians to go there, and he brought the price down drastically. It's part of the governance. Talking of security, I know this time around, Mr. Governor usually double the security in the town so that the Lagosians, it will save lives and the property.
Okay, still talking about it's a season of giving and sharing, and you have spoken on what the government has done. So as a people also, what are we supposed to do even during the season and beyond?
Yeah, that's our community services. Government cannot do everything. And I want to appeal and encourage for those outside there that can do, that can help, that can give to people. They do not need to wait for government. Let them go ahead and give whatever they can give to people, and people will appreciate it. They will also pray for them. That is why I say it's not about what you kill. So we must see the others people interest. Those that in need, we must give it to them. If it is just 1 Congo of rice, 2 kg of rice, you cannot give them a cow or chicken, but you can give them 2 kgs.
Those that can give,
those that can give, go ahead and give.
Right.
But I believe whatever that we give, nobody will say no to that. They will appreciate it.
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Can you also appeal to the conscience of residents this morning? We took a story this morning and we talked about the fact that, and we actually said this in Yoruba, that Olamajeku Ori ODB, taking a cue from what has happened in Ibadan, Abuja, and Enugu, where distribution of palliatives, have turned some people into widows, turned some parents, to have lost their children. So how can you appeal to the conscience of residents across Nigeria this morning that when people, go out of their way to give, we must conduct ourselves in the most peaceful manner and not allow greed to also become a part of us?
Yeah. My condolence message to the victim of that Ibadan, Anambra, and Abuja. Our mindset is anytime we want to give out, even if you flashback in any party that you attend or any gathering you find yourself, this mentality of Kuneto, Kuneto, we also have that one. So that instead of us to conduct, to behave ourselves, even if organizers try to organize the event very well, if the participants refuse to conduct themselves, I believe all their this thing, all their plans, they will render it useless.
Okay.
So once they ask us to come with any invitation, we must allow the organizers to lead us and to tell us when to come and when to sit. So this mentality of Kuneto, we must take it away from our mind. So at times I do advise people, whenever you want to give out gift in any gathering, it is better you start from the back. Don't start from VVIP. Start from back. So because those people at the back, their mind is that we will not get them. But when you start from the back, the VVIP, they will try as much as possible to behave themselves.
Okay, beyond showing each other love today, how well should we live as Nigerian citizens, as Lagosians, for us to make our society better?
Yes. Number one, I said it, that this time around the Christmas promotes love, unity, peace. And it is the time for families and friends to come together. I want to encourage all Lagosians and citizens of Nigeria that they should continue to live in peace. They should love one another. The Bible also encourages us to do that. Love your neighbor as yourself. If I love my neighbor as myself, so far I do not want evil for myself, I will not even allow evil to come to my neighbor.
Let me ask you, what's the highlight for you personally of Christmas celebration?
Well, thank you very much. One of the things that I will say is that the person that we are celebrating, we must know the person.
It's not about the rice and chicken.
It's not about the rice and chicken. This is my Savior, my Lord, my personal Lord and Savior. Another thing we need to do is we need to obey His commandment. We need to obey His commandment, and we also need to pray through Him to our God.
Okay, let's quickly, again, sometimes when Christmas is coming, we all know that, oh, Christmas is coming, and immediately it is 25, 26. Everybody has forgotten that Christmas has gone. So how do we ensure, especially Christians, also continue to, reverence the reason for the season? Because a lot of people will say, oh, may the reason for the season be made manifest in your life. But after the Christmas, everybody has forgotten about the reason for the season.
Status quo.
Status quo. So how do we also, carry on this message of love, message of peace, message of hope, and not leave it until the very next Christmas?
Yeah. So that one now belongs to our religious leaders.
Okay.
They keep on reminding them that do not forget that one of the promises or your promises during the Christmas or New Year, your resolution for the New Year, you must abide within it.
Okay.
That continue to love, continue to be in peace, continue to live in harmony with one another.
Okay.
So our religious leaders will continually do that for them. And they will use the power of pulpit to
get
talk.
this message across.
Yes, to them.
Okay. Do we still have any questions? Or okay. I think that will be with our guest this morning. But before you go, you can just look into your camera, and our special advisor to Mr. Governor on religious matters, Christian, would like for you to wish our viewers and those in Lagos a Merry Christmas today.
Thank you very much. on behalf of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, I would like to wish Christian community in Lagos and Muslim community in Lagos a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance.
Okay, we've had the message there from the SA to Mr. Governor, who's of course spoken about the essence of today and the need for us all to live beyond today, live in peace, live in harmony, and of course respect the views of one another. Thank you so much, the very Reverend Bukola Adeleke, for being here on the program today. I wish you Merry Christmas.
It's my pleasure, ma.
Okay, we'll take another quick break. When we return, the conversation continues.
The conversation. Let the conversation continue.